Hello everybody, video here for you today. This is the no-cap recap of the April 18th, 2023, Season 10, Episode 21 of The Curse of Oak Island called Roaming Around. Get your passports ready! If you missed my recaps of previous episodes, there's a link in the upper right. Let's get into it. Previously on The Curse of Oak Island, people have been looking for an incredible treasure for 228 years. Dumas Contracting is hammer grabbing at 78 feet of the 82-foot deep garden shaft. Once the debris and water are removed, they will finish the refurbishment with new water-resistant wood. Before that, they will probe drill on all four sides and straight down to determine if there are any voids that could indicate tunnels or an offset chamber, as they have all the way down. Original wood, in addition to water and soil samples from the garden shaft, have been found to contain high trace evidence of gold. The geophysicist and the hydrogeologist believe the source of the gold trace evidence is between 80 and 120 feet down, somewhere within the baby blob pictured here. While drilling boreholes, choice drilling encountered evidence of a tunnel in 3 of them, a tunnel that heads almost directly to the garden shaft. Dumas Contracting will be able to use the garden shaft to tunnel towards any area of interest. Meanwhile, Rick, Bill, and Gary continue work on the ramp in the eastern side of the swamp. They believe it could be part of the paved area under the eye of the swamps that was dated to the 1200s. It's too saturated to make any progress, so they will pump the water out. Numismatist Sandy Campbell returns to the island to examine a lead token found on Lot 5 that Emma narrowed down the origin of to Iran or Sardinia off the coast of Italy. He has experience with a piece he says could be its twin and dates it to 5th century Rome. He goes on to say a similar piece was found on a Roman site in the UK. Marty asks him how sure he is of the origin and dating, and Sandy says 100%. He has documentation from the British Museum regarding that piece. A Roman half-coin was also found on Lot 5. Gary checks his phone and finds that the UK site is 13 miles from Royston Cave, a Templar initiation chamber and visited by members of the team earlier in 2022. Gary also suggests they keep searching Lot 5. Speaking of Lot 5, Laird and Alex returned to excavate a portion of the circular stone featured near where the coin and token were found, that Laird thought was a cellar when he was asked to examine it by former landowner 20 years ago. He decided to revisit it after the multiple finds on the lot. Their investigation reveals it is bigger and has more stones than was thought. Alex finds a piece of mid-1700s pottery on top of the buried stones, which Laird says being on top doesn't provide a construction date, only a habitation date. To the left, you can see 2 pink flags that usually indicate metal detector hits that haven't been dug yet. Back in the swamp, Billy has moved the excavator northeast to dig in a drier area. The first bucket unearths this small horseshoe. Blacksmith's garment leg dates it in the 1400s. He adds that there are no recorded visits to the province that included horses before 1670, and that this is the oldest horseshoe in Nova Scotia that he has seen. Back on Lot 5, Laird and Alex start probing the other sides of the feature to see how far the stones extend. It's a faster way than excavating. They determined that it is the same all around, and the stones are in a circular pattern as well. They also determined that it's 13 feet across, just like the original Money Pit Depression was reported to be. Also the same width as an initiation well in Portugal, visited in 2021 by members of the team. They theorize that it's a proof of concept or first attempt of the Money Pit, and then continue digging after giving Rick an update on the cell phone. At the garden shaft, 4 feet short of the bottom, Dumas alerts Charles Barkhouse that the original timber at that depth is bowed and there's a crack. They say that it would have taken a lot of pressure to cause that. They can safely refurb down to that timber and then remove and replace it, but it will possibly add weeks to their finish date. In the war room, the same researcher that last week revealed documents that contain details of Templar visits to the New World in the 11 and 1400s has a new presentation. He has learned about a tunnel system used by the Templars under a city on the coast of Italy that features a cave that resembles the lead cross/prison carving. Marty will hold the fort down on Oak Island while Rick, Alex, and Peter Fornetti will take a research trip to Italy. Next time on an all-new episode of The Curse of Oak Island called Starry Nights, they take the field trip to the cave system in Italy. Dumas informs Marty that they are at the bottom of the garden shaft where the timbers stop. And the field trip reveals a connection between the stars and Nolan's Cross. I'll be recapping episodes weekly, and we'll catch up on recapping Season 3 of Beyond Oak Island after the main show's 10th season is over. Once again, I'm Coach Steve Money. I'm a Ramsey Solutions certified financial coach, and you can schedule a free financial coaching consultation/assessment with me if you've got money problems, or if you just want to make sure you're on the right track, and you can do that at calendly.com/CoachSteveMoney. You can email me any question at all about coaching or anything on my YouTube channel or anything else, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. Channel donations can go to paypal.me/CoachSteveMoney. You can add me on the ground, Coach Steve Money, and of course this YouTube channel is youtube.com/CoachSteveMoney. Thank you so very much for watching.